My name is Maria Luna, and in the next few minutes, we would like to explore a little bit the current status of crypto payments and the challenges of bringing crypto mainstream. I'm going to do a shout out to Devin. I think your presentation was right on point on many things, and I was like, stop it, Devin, you're talking about us. So for the next few minutes, I'm going to explore that with you. And when we talk about the challenges of bringing crypto payments mainstream, unfortunately, there's not one single challenge. And although the community has been focused a lot on the infamous stability issue, which by no means I'm discarding it or saying that it's not important, I just think that by focusing on the stability issue, we're missing other important aspects of it. And it is an industry that is forming and storming as we speak. So think about the early days of the internet. And the value of any currency or anything of value, it's actually linked to the demand of it, not only its supply. So if we continue to focus on the stability issue too much, we're going to be missing a forest for a tree. And the real issue at hand is end users. People that on their daily lives, people like you and me that love technology, but also our neighbors, our family members, anybody adopting it. And I'm going to share with you some thoughts that I have, and I'm going to link it back to the early days of the internet. But for the purpose of this very brief discussion, I'm just going to focus on the ability of crypto payments to facilitate day-to-day payments. So on this very famous chart that you've probably seen on a daily basis if you're in the blockchain space, there's a great analogy of comparing where we are, where the internet was at the very beginning. And if you see on the adoption curve, it was at the very beginning, slow, and then things progressed. If you see, there are several of the browsers, and as they evolved and the user experience improved, they spearheaded the evolution. And what I did on the next exercise, I first plotted where we are right now on crypto. And depending on the study that you will look at, we go anywhere from 1% to 3.5%. But regardless of what you think, we're early. That's the conclusion. One of my favorite authors, Ari Paul, mentioned in Forbes that it's 1994 in cryptocurrency. And we're somewhere there. So what I did was I plotted the years where the internet grew the most in terms of rate of growth, and I looked at all of the platforms and their impact on the growth of the adoption rate in the general population. It gets way more interesting when you look by region and country, but we don't have time to go over that. But if you look at the, let's say, overall world population, it was those killer applications and platforms that drove three factors into the market that made it grow. And one was ease of use. Number two was utility, and that's why I made a shout out to Devin before, because if there's not a real utility on your daily life on what you do. And then the third one is trust. And I don't know if you were alive when AOL were giving away those discs where you would enter the email space. And it was the trust driven not only by me adopting it in my daily life, but people that trusted me, that were around me, that will then start communicating with me. So let's remember these three factors as I speak: ease of use, utility, and trust. So the major hurdles, although there's way many more advances as we speak by the day, and there are many companies that I respect, and something I want to say, if I say something that offends you, I don't mean it in a particular way to a certain company. It's just like I'm expressing some opinions. But I honor a lot everything that was ahead of us or before, because the foundations are important and are important to be honored. But there are major hurdles still. And some of them are the onboarding process is slow or complex, the key management system, the concerns for privacy and security, data, traceability, the transaction cost, and the speed of many transactions. So let's focus first on one of the factors that I mentioned, which is trust. And there are a couple of things. Internet came and changed our lives, in many cases for good, but it came at such a steep price. Our data, our privacy. So blockchain, I think, has all of the elements to rescue us from part of that if done properly. So many reputable institutions like MIT and companies, private companies like us at Bravo, we have been dedicating our time and resources into how to incorporate that trust and that privacy. And something we did, we have our platform already out, and I'll speak a little bit about it right now. We did from day one, we didn't sell, and we don't sell, and it's engraved in our DNA, we don't sell the data of our users. We don't aggregate it and sell it, we don't do any of that. Because even if it was our fiat version to prove a problem solution and product to market fit, we wanted to be that different type of company. And then we are building on that, and that's where blockchain comes into play. Then utility. Is this blockchain company or is this platform that is going to make me enter and engage with cryptocurrency, does it have value in my daily life? I think we have been focusing a lot in investors and in highly technical people. And those are great. Investors will come if you have a product that has users, but it is important that we focus on the end consumers. And utility and ease of use comes out of human-centric solutions, and that's what we built in Bravo since the very day one. We started with 25 users by invitation. Right now we have about 100,000 users active in our app, and it is because we built it from the ground up, building a platform that will make sense to solve a day-to-day problem. Initially, we focused it on tipping, but now we are focused on general payments as well. That's what we built. And in the interest of time, if you want to learn more, I'll give you where to go and look for us. You can download Bravo today. It's available on iOS and Android in our fiat version. And next year, we're going to launch our BVO platform. We built a platform that is for a generation that appreciates privacy, anonymity, and security in payments for the day-to-day use. And you can learn more about us at bvo.tribebravo.com. I didn't offend anybody? Yay, I made it through.
That's the question I asked. I think there's multiple different opinions on this subject. So.
Good. Okay, thank you.
Big round of applause.